The greatest thing you can do for yourself when you're not feeling well mentally is take a step back. And so that involves a few different things. First off, you got to give yourself space. Secondly, firstly, you have to acknowledge how you're feeling. That takes mindfulness. Then you have to give yourself space. And that lets the dust kind of settle a bit so you can really pay attention to what's happening. And then finally, you need to give yourself empathy. If you can do acknowledgement, space, and empathy anytime you're feeling sad, depressed, anxious, upset, it is going to do so much good for you. And what I've learned about life is a constant balancing act. It's constantly moving back and forth. One day you're feeling great, and then all of a sudden something flips, and now you're off balance. And so, as humans, it's our job to understand this art form that is the balancing act. So find that space to do so. Looking at a fire can help you with that. Sitting in silence will help you with that. You can watch an ice cube boil. These are different forms of meditation, focusing on the breath, and then just recognizing that there's something you're attached to that's causing this uneasiness. And I think that a lot of life as adults is being okay with being uncomfortable, being okay with not being okay. We're not here to strive for ultimate joy all the time. It's impossible. It's not sustainable. What we're here to do is strive for contentment. So if you're feeling bad, don't try to feel happy. Feel content. And if you're feeling happy, enjoy that. But when that's gone, come back to that contentment. Standing in that middle of that balancing act. You know, as kids, we don't have the self-awareness, and we also have that innocence. I was just reading a book about how as kids we have this innocence, so sometimes when something bad happens we just kind of look at it with a blank stare, but as adults we have all these things to compare it to, whether it be past experiences, whether it be other people that we're observing. And so what we want to be able to do as adults is kind of come back to being that innocence, that childlike mentality. And the best way to do that is simply just observe. Right? As a kid, everything is new, and so you're just watching and observing. It's the same thing with these emotions. When we feel poorly, just observe. But again, you need the space. You need these three things. Acknowledgement of how you're feeling, the space to feel, to understand what you're feeling, the space to recognize it. First acknowledge it, but you need the space to do so. Or first acknowledge it, and then just take space to let it be. And then finally, hold that empathy, hold that love for yourself, hold that love for the emotion. These three things will help you become a better adult. These three things will help you be a better human. These three things will make life just a bit easier. I'm going to continue meditating now.